Hello and welcome to Spectrum TV News at 12. I am Uyai and I can come to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Let's take a look at the major stories. President Tinubu to participate in the 17th National Diaspora Day. Federal government meets Abia, Akwa Ibom State over boundary dispute. Plus, U.S. announces new $1.3 billion military aid package. Annual National Diaspora Day 2023. The program, which has been scheduled for July 24th in and CEO Nigerians in Diaspora Commission Abike Erewa made the disclosure while briefing newsmen on the forthcoming celebration. Feeds internationally in the fields of education, medicine, health, sports, media and entertainment, leadership and politics, finance, science and ICT, transportation, tourism, industry, and agribusiness. According to her, their skills, knowledge, network, and experiences are indispensable assets which can be harnessed to bolster Nigeria's progress and development. Away from that, the National Boundary Commission has begun fresh moves to end the lingering boundary dispute between Abia and Akwa Ibom State. The Commission summoned officials of the two states to a roundtable meeting in Abuja. The Director General, National Boundary Commission, Adamu Adaji, 275 kilometers in length between the Old Cross River and Imo interstate boundary areas. He said that the boundary has 3 spots at Abia, Akwa Ibom and Cross River in the north and Abia, Akwa Ibom and Rivers in the south. Adaji explained that the federal government promulgated the Decree 23 of 1985 to adjust the boundary, adding that the directives were not implemented. From the Red Chambers, the Senate has berated the Nigeria Customs Service (NCS) over the indiscriminate shooting by customs officers in Katsina State on July 13. The Senate President Godswill Akpabio has therefore set up an ad hoc committee, a motion moved by the senator representing Katsina Central Abdulaziz Yaradua, calling on the NCS on the Gora-Iyama Highway in Katsina State shot indiscriminately.
The Nigerian Customs Service is authorized to carry firearms in the course of their duties. They become emboldened in their attack on custom personnel, in many cases using sophisticated weapons. Worried that some officers of the Nigerian Customs Service, who should be civil and professional in their engagements and handling of firearms,
is this business. For a very, very long time, once the custom decide to take position of shoot aside, what happened? The smuggler. So therefore, it's become a kind of clash that happening day in, day out.
I don't know whether that applies to the customs, but the issue is there must be reward and sanctions. For those that have killed or maimed people, there must be consequences. And I believe that this motion, even though it's at the moment talking about what the customs did, and I believe that the investigation must be thorough and somebody must take responsibility.
The same Ali that a military incursion in the custom to collect revenue and to prevent smuggling.
In the Ibadan, in the east and in the southwest. But the corridor between Katsina, Niger, Kano, a lot of people lost their lives simply.
The killing of innocent citizens just because they are found with bags of rice
The Nigerian Customs.
On electoral matters, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has commenced a review of the deployment of personnel and materials used during the 2023 general election. The Commission invited transport providers to review logistic arrangements before, during, and after the elections. The INEC chairman noted that the success of any election depends on the ability to deploy personnel and materials to various locations, explaining that the review would allow INEC to interact with electoral officers in 10 critical areas.
Today, we commenced a more focused engagement at the national level with the Commission's frontline officials, the electoral officers. We also considered it appropriate to interface with transport providers to review logistic arrangements by inviting the leadership of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, the National Association of Road Transport Owners, and the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria. This meeting, therefore, provides an opportunity to interact on a wide range of themes covering, number one, we need to review the general state of preparedness for the 2023 general election.
On judicial matters, the Federal High Court in Abuja has threatened to issue a warrant of arrest against the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele. The threat was connected to his failure to appear in court to explain the circumstances surrounding the $53 million judgment debt arising from the Paris Club refund. Recall that in October 2022, Justice Iyaiko ordered the CBN governor to appear in court on January 18 over his alleged refusal to obey the order of the court for the payment of the judgment debt in favor of a legal practitioner, Joe Agi-san. In a separate development, the Department of State Security (DSS) has debunked claims by the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) that the governor of Enugu State and People's Democratic Party (PDP) candidate in the March 18 governorship election, Peter Mbah, forged his NYSC discharge certificate. The DSS made its position known in a written statement on oath adopted by its representative Yahaya Mohammed at the ongoing Enugu State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal. Giving evidence, the sophisticated DSS Deputy Director Operations and Strategic Department said the security agency commenced an investigation into the discharge certificate controversy following a petition to it by Mbah dated February 8, 2023. The DSS said the certificates in a series that included Mbah's were found to have been issued to core members in Lagos, contrary to the NYSC's claim. It frowned on the NYSC's misplacement of Mbah's original file and opened a temporary one for him, noting that the Corps was also unable to trace to whom or which state or state of the Federation 12 of its certificates were issued. In education, an Anambra State pupil, Ms. Oma Ejikeme, who forged her Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) result, has appeared before an ad hoc committee of the House of Representatives in Abuja. The teenager, who had admitted to manipulating her score from 249 to 362, thus parading herself as the 2023 UTME top scorer, tendered an apology to the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board (JAM) for her misdeed. At the hearing, Ms. Oma pleaded for leniency, urging JAM to lift the imposed 3-year ban. She said ignorance played a significant role in the process of obtaining the fake result. But in his submission, the JAM registrar, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, in 8 UTME centers that had been found wanting for infractions relating to results manipulation.
I apologize for all the apportionment and all the pains I've caused. I want to emphasize the consequences and the impact my actions would have. Words cannot adequately describe the depth of pain I feel for letting you down. This is the first time in my life and academic studies that I will be accused for any form of misbehavior. Therefore, I plead for leniency and total forgiveness for my misconduct.
Ejekioma has used short code 55019 with her telephone number, and her telephone number we have put here to check her result. She first checked it on the 4th of May at 10:37 a.m. The system replied her and sent a copy to me to say, "Dear Ejikeme Joy Mesoma, registration number so FF, your UTME result is as follows, totaling 249. And a copy was sent into our storage.
We have been waiting.
Vice Chairman of non-statutory boards in the state. The appointments are coming a day after Governor Adeleke performed the swearing-in ceremony for 25 commissioners and 3 permanent secretaries. According to a statement signed by the spokesperson to the Governor, Olawale Rashid, today in Osogbo, the appointments take immediate effect. Back here on the home front, Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino yesterday administered oath of office to Chairman and Vice Chairman of Nseribom and Urefong Oruko Local Government Councils. Deaconess Otobong Sonny Aaron and Bosowo Charles David were sworn in as Chairman and Vice Chairman for Nseribom Local Government Council, while Ososo Local Government Council. Our correspondent has the details.
State Governor Pastor Moino has sworn in Oyosoro Okon Oyosoro and Deaconess Otobong Sonny Aaron as chairman of Urefong Uruku and Siribom local government area respectively, with a charge on them to lead in a determined effort to bring development to the rural them. On the assumption of their new offices, restated that his administration is committed to transforming and deepening the growth of the rural areas. The governor further urged them to, as chief security officers of their various local government areas, work in that regard with relevant stakeholders and their people in ensuring that the peace currently being enjoyed is maintained in the state.
Let me, on behalf of the government and people of Akwa Ibom State, congratulate you all for the new responsibilities you have now assumed as the chairman and vice chairman into an office and space of which you are all familiar with. This administration, in line with the core values and vision development in our rural areas, as a strategy to lead in our determined effort to bring development.
To give room for effective leadership and growth of their various areas, the governor further stressed that he will send
respective local government. That's the bill I'm going to present. So if you are willing to contest to be local government chairman, and you know you will not live in your local government, please don't do so. If you want to be a chairman of the youth, the women, elders, to ensure that the peace we have enjoyed in this state is maintained.
Meanwhile, in Iran, while appreciating God for the opportunity, pledged to serve and ensure that the people enjoy the dividends of democracy. In the meantime, Charles David, as vice chairman for Nsidibom local government area. In Uyo, Jane Uwa.
Prigozhin has said that his mercenaries will continue working in African countries where they are present. Prigozhin noted that the Wagner Group is ready to fulfill its task to combat gangs and terrorists and to protect the interests. No reduction in the group's program in Africa. Reports say his remarks followed rumors about the possible withdrawal of Wagner mercenaries from Mali. Still to come in the news. Super Falcons depart Brisbane to Melbourne for Canada World Cup clash. The rest of the news. In health, a consultant pediatrician, hematologist, and oncologist at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Idi Araba, Professor Edemiye, also said a violent environment can also increase the chances of children having a low intelligence. However, said adequate nutrition during pregnancy could positively impact on the brain and physical development of children. He warned parent being of children. In sports, the Super Falcons of Nigeria have embarked on a short trip from Brisbane to the former African champions will take on the Olympic champions at the 28,800. The Super Falcons will also face co-host Australia and debutants Republic of Ireland in the same group at the Brisbane Stadium by 11 a.m. Nigerian time and will run through August 20. On our entertainment news, Nollywood actress Regina Daniel has been appointed the Social Secretary of the 10th Assembly Senators' Wives Forum Executive Council. Her appointment was made at the first inaugural meeting of the 10th Senators' Wives Association of Nigeria, hosted by the wife of the Senate President Ekaite Akpabio, announcing its growth and that of the senators. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do well to follow us on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You have been watching Spectrum TV News at 12.